take over the show.
Okay, welcome to Chicago 45. So this no, pause it, pause it. You I thought I had it. You got it.
You thought you had it? Hey, I'm keeping that in. Okay, got you. Hey, yo, welcome to Chicago 45. We are back with another episode. Like I said before, and many times before, I'm your gracious host, Darae. We have, the same old ladies here again, Jaida and Jody, producing the show once again. We have a great topic today. We have a bunch of former high school players, now college players or college athletes, and we have still people in high school as well that's still playing. For everybody who played basketball, raise your hand. Everybody play basketball? Jay, you play basketball, folks. Stop playing. All right, so cool. So everybody play basketball, so the conversation will be relative to sports. Joidann will be asking the question today. She will facilitate this whole show today. I will play devil's advocate, people. And also, go subscribe, all that good stuff. If anybody on this screen hasn't liked or subscribed, go do that when you get off. Or be prepared to run when I see you. Joidann, it is your show, young lady. It is yours.
Okay, so the first question, get right into it. What makes a good coach?
I feel like being involved with your players, like, trying to give an example, talking to them on and off, even like sometimes goofing around, messing around with them. That's all cool. Building a bond with them goes a long way. Being a good coach.
Bryce, you had your hand up.
I feel like a good coach is somebody who he look at it like past like the sports aspect, like somebody that's helping you trying to get in college, stuff like that, different high schools, somebody that's pushing you, somebody that's tough, but it's fair also.
Okay. Does past background history of playing the sport makes a good coach? Okay, let's say you never dove into like playing and you just picked the shit up from a book. Who wanna Julie? You want to answer that, Jill?
Yeah, it played a part because, we've had a coach that didn't have a past background in ball. And he didn't know too much about ball, and players weren't too intrigued of what he was saying because they know his past. I feel like if coaches had a past, more players would be intrigued.
They have more knowledge, in-game knowledge.
Okay. What about you, Michaela? Let's say you had a coach who never played but knows her or his stuff. Is that good enough? Can they become a good coach?
I think it depends on the way they go about it. I think since they don't have like much experience, they need to get a couple like examples and stuff like from the players, like get their opinion because they don't know as much as the players probably know.
Okay. Brandon, what makes a good player?
See, I'd say what makes a good player is, listening to your coach, listening to their insight, and also listening to your teammates as well. Like knowing how to play with your teammates and trusting them, I'd say goes a long way.
Laritzia, you play basketball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for Frenwick, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I hate that school too. I just want to put it out there. I really hate that school. Damn, Bryce, you hate that school too. What about in like early on, like let's say, when did you first start playing basketball?
5th grade.
5th grade. How was that experience from 5th grade coaching versus high school coaching?
A lot more competitive. It was a lot more competitive, but it was also a different type of teaching. When I first started, it was more about learning the fundamentals. Then when you get to high school, it's more of the aspect of, okay, you got it. Now you need to just put it out on the court. And a lot of my coaches were really hardcore, so I've never had a light coach. So I feel like the aspects of the coaches haven't changed, but overall, the competitiveness has changed.
Okay.
Okay, so when you say that the aspect of the coach, and does that matter? Like, background as far as race or stuff like that, or like gender, even gender. Do you think that matters? I don't feel like race matters. I feel like if you a coach, just coach me. I just want to feel like I'm involved, or just feel like I'm like a player. I just want to be a player. But Gender-wise, I feel like it does matter to me, because a lot of female coaches don't get recognized a lot as male coaches. But either one, I've worked with both. They're both great. They just have two different mindsets. Females' thought process is a lot different from males' thought process, but both are great to me.
Okay, Kyle, I got a question for you. So if you had a female coach, right, and then she's coaching you, she knows what you're talking about, but then it's the fact that she's a female, she can't relate to the male basketball part of it. Would you respect her truly as a coach or no?
I think, yeah, I would respect her, because I think girls basketball and boys basketball, it's not very like different. I think that they have like the same concepts, and so if she knows like girls basketball, then I think that she's capable of coaching like boys basketball and stuff like that. So yeah, I respect her.
Hey, can I go back to Cal? But the speed is different. Now there's an adjustment period versus coaching girls and boys. What if she can't catch up to the speed of the game?
I do agree with that. I think that the boys' speed is a lot faster, but I don't know. I just give her a chance, because at least she's trying. At least she's like trying to use us to our best abilities and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd still give her a chance.
Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Is this generation of athletes more concerned with being good or social media stars? We're gonna go with Bryce.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Put your camera down too, Bryce.
Someone like the social media cloud and stuff like that. Cloud is like really a drug. Like they just want the cloud. But I see like I know like a lot of college basketball players, high school basketball players, and like people that I know personally, like their goal is like to get better, and it's really like social media isn't like too like they're not too drawn to it, but they are. But it's more like working hard rather than trying to be a social media star. Like they want to be in it, like the end game, like being in the NBA in the league and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey Luke.
Hey,
Hold on 1 second. Hey Luke, so I feel like this question for me coming here to California, I've never seen kids so concerned with social media with you guys group. Not saying that y'all was like, oh, we ain't gonna work hard, but you guys were heavily impacted with social media. Like Luke is low key a TikTok superstar, and a low, you know, he be.
I was.
He was. He not busting no more.
Retired.
He was on overtime, right? He was on overtime, right? He was on overtime, and that was like we had a big game, and everybody was like, "Oh snap!" Blah, blah, blah. Like, damn! Or everybody had to get a dunk. Cal, especially, he got to get dunked so he could post it. So I feel like social media does impact you guys to the point where the work is you guys slightly slack off. Is that a true statement?
No, I don't think you slack off. I think it's just cool. Like, oh, I'm on a famous page. Try to get your name, maybe just get your name out there. It's like cool. Be like, oh yeah, I seen you on this. I seen you on that. That's just, I don't know. I feel like it's cool to people.
Hey, Brandon, I'm gonna be that guy because I do know about this. Everybody, did it impact you knowing that Julian or some of the the better players who got a little bit of love, that they cared a little bit about that a little too much versus you over here working your ass off, to get something burn, and they over here, having a good old time. Did that impact you like any?
I wouldn't say it really impacted me. I'd say, I would just always try and go out and play my game. I mean, a lot of good players, they do get distracted by wanting to be, social media stars. And I mean, the ones that tend to do that try to do it all themselves, but being a team player is what it's all about. And, I think we all kind of we're there for each other, especially for high school basketball. Yeah, just playing with each other was like kind of the consistent thing for all of us. I don't think it really impacted me that hard.
Okay. I got another question. when did you guys realize at a certain age that this is not just a game no more? Like it's serious. Like it's some actual like, if you don't win, either your ass sitting on the bench or your record go down. When did you guys actually realize that was a thing for you?
8th grade.
Who else? 8th grade for Luke. Who else?
Probably freshman year.
Freshman year. Julian.
Yeah.
Sixth grade.
6th grade. Jaida, what about you?
High school.
Well, like what year for you? It better be the year I got there, because I kicked your ass.
That you got there. What?
Yeah, because when I started coaching you, 8th grade, I kicked your ass in 8th grade. She realized it wasn't no
I
joke.
said high school, so no, that don't even count. Probably like freshman and sophomore year.
So not the year I got there.
No.
And I kicked her ass 8th grade, yeah, Luke. I came there, I wrecked shop. They thought it was a joke. They was in there running and shit, crying. Everybody running. So everybody, so when you realize that, did it get less fun or did it get more fun for you? Let's go, Michaela. Cause your mama wild. She be at the game, and we're gonna talk about parents at games too. Your mama wild, and like it was like, I feel like as soon as you stepped on the court, it was like, this ain't no game no more. How did it affect you?
Well, I was gonna say it became a little bit more competitive when you started coaching me, like around like 7th grade, when Chanel and them won like the championship. And when I usually like when we play at St. John Vianney and stuff like that, and if we lost, I know I was gonna have to hear from you when we come to school the next day. And then when I got in the car, all you hear is my mom and my daddy, la 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 la. I'm just okay. They didn't even play basketball, but they all had like their opinions on what I should have did, when I should have did it. I just feel as though once it get more competitive, it just brings out to play a little bit more to show what you got.
Question 4. Okay, so Michaela alluded to a car ride. How many car rides have everybody had where it was like, just shut the fuck up? Raise your hand if you had that ride, like, bro, just get off my neck.
Every game.
Every game? How did that affect the mental going into the game?
Like you want to do better, but even when I did do good, Posner would be like, "Oh, good job." He always trying to criticize, because criticizing is gonna make you better. That's what I think. He always got something to say. I have 35, 10 rebounds, 10 assists with a W, and he's still gonna mention how you was sleeping on defense. You're not in this spot. You're not in that spot. Move more or something.
Marcus, I was there for that. Marcus, I was there. Lorenzo, you smile like you've had that in your life.
I have it now. I still have it.
Okay.
My mom doesn't know anything about basketball, but my dad and everybody else, that's where it all gets heated at. Every game, even at practices, before practices, I'll be in a car with Jody and he'll be like, "So how prepared are you for practice? You got to treat practice like a game." He just give out long speeches, but good or bad game, he gonna tell me what I did good, but he's definitely gonna tell me what I did bad. And he'll always film it, and I have to watch it. It's just it's a lot. It's sometimes it'll make you overthink. Sometimes, if you're ready for it, but overall, when he pushes me that hard, it feels good.
Is that that idea that if somebody pushes you, it feels good? Is that a real thing for you guys, or that's just like something you tell yourself to just like get through that moment in time? Let's go to you, Bryce, because Bryce, your daddy there, and we almost like came to blows one game. I was like, damn, Bruce, you came hard. Like that. Does that like affect you because it's so hard? You know what I mean?
I mean, pressure from your parents in general is like hard, like having them trying to like push you. But, like you just gotta take it as like you gotta take it like they just want only good for you. Like they not just saying it's just like you just like want them to shut up. It's like they telling you so you can get better at like what you do.
Okay. Hey Jay, go ahead, Kayla. Can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It just show you that you can't be like complacent, that you always gotta like move forward, because if you just stay in one spot for a long time, you're not really like doing bad, but you're not doing good either.
Okay. Hey, Jaida had a follow-up question to that. Or did I ask that?
Just like how we were talking about like parents in general, like what if it's like, I don't know if anybody here encounter it, but like a parent wanting their kid to play just to fulfill their dream that they couldn't like finish. Like, what do you think about that?
Anybody ever had that where you feel like your pops or your mom was living out their hoop dreams to you, living out the glory days to you?
I had a friend like that.
Okay.
It's like his whole family, like they just cold at hooping. Like his sister was averaging like 30 and 10 in college. I'm like, what? And like he wasn't doing so good in basketball, but like his dad was just like on him constantly, like just pressuring him. And I just felt like from the outside looking in, it felt like he made it like a job for his son, like trying to live out like his hoop dreams throughout him. But I don't know if that's really what he wanted to do, but.
So I think I got another question too, right? I got another question. This is a funny question. Who is okay with riding the pine? Is anybody ego too big to ride the pine in school? Nobody? So everybody comfortable riding the pine? Y'all can all come off mute. Y'all can come off mute. Everybody come off mute.
Hell no.
Everybody come off mute. Everybody come off mute.
We don't work as hard.
Hell no. You're not seeing riding no pun.
Okay, so you say no, Julian, at all?
Hell no.
What's the misconception as far as sitting on the bench? Why is it like a no-no for you?
Because I just feel like I could give more to the team on the court than sitting on the bench.
What if the person in front of you is better than you?
I'm going to work my ass off so he's not.
Okay, he never answered the question, so but that's good ego. That's good ego. Who's ever set the bench?
I have.
Okay, cool. Cal, you set the bench?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give y'all a background of Cal for a second, real quick. Cal came in as a freshman, right? This is my first year in California. Came in and started on varsity. Like the lone freshman by himself. Not saying that he was great, because he was athletic. We're gonna keep it 100. He was athletic. It was like, cool, let his athletic ass be up here with us. And he started. Now, if that, let's say everybody on here except Cal is a freshman, everybody else is a junior and senior. Is everybody okay with a freshman starting on varsity?
If they cold, then yeah.
If they cold, yeah. Jaida, what'd you say, Jaida?
No, I mean it's gonna be like a competition kind of thing. It's gonna be like, yeah, they got game, but they can't hoop better than me. Like it's like no.
Right. Them playing is okay, but them starting, that's different.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Nah, if you better than
that's untrue.
If you better than the players on the team,
everybody else, then yeah, put them on the team. Unless y'all gonna be.
I seen a freshman take a varsity team to state before.
What's his name? What's his name?
DJ Stewart.
DJ Stewart. he took it there.
Yeah. It's like the first open gym, they was gonna have him play sophomore, but he came in and hit like 13 threes in open gym against the varsity team. They just brought him up.
But was it okay that he started?
Yeah, absolutely.
You earn it.
You earn it.
Yeah.
So that don't make as a team, as the camaraderie is supposed to be trying to get built, does that poke a hole in the boat and start to sink? Or does, I mean, obviously if you got like, mature kids, they're gonna deal with it as best they can. But what if like that team is not mature enough?
If we're winning games, then I'm all for it. Like if Kyle Monk's gonna start, hell yeah, I'll let Kyle start because we're gonna win some games. I'm for it.
But if he suck.
Oh, if he sucks, I'm gonna bench him real quick. I'll get in for him.
Okay. Hey, so Cal, you're not the only one who was younger and played with the older kids. Like Joidann, I pulled up in 5th grade to play with 8th graders. Michaela, I think I pulled you up like 6th grade. So as younger kids, and Bryce, you play up too, right? I mean, most of you guys play up. How does that impact like your growth? Because some people are not going to be receptive to a young person. Like, oh, y'all was like, oh, no. Some people are not going to be receptive to somebody coming up. So how did that make you feel, Cal, knowing in the back of your head, some of them like, he shouldn't even be up here with us?
I think it made me like better because knowing that like other people want my spot, it made me like work harder and like actually like earn it instead of just like being like a big dog and just like thinking I'm the better person. It made me better knowing that people want my spot. You know what I mean?
Kayla, you had something, Kayla?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. So when you pulled me up and I played a couple games when Joidann was there, it showed me that since I was like in sixth grade, I need to get a lot better versus like the eighth grade. It was like my opinion back then when we was at St. Angela. They was wrong to me because I was in sixth grade. I was skinny, short, well not short, but they were taller than me. I was like, dang, I need to get up there. Then my freshman year, I went to like a garbage school, real trash. I started my freshman year. I was on varsity. That's how you knew I was like garbage. So when I first got there, I was starting the games and stuff like that. Some of the seniors, they was like, okay, that's fine. But most of the seniors, they was not for it. So it made me work a little bit harder to earn my spot and keep my spot.
Okay. Jody, you got something else?
As far as that, well, I feel like to me that was grammar school, and now in high school, especially for me, like it looking back then, it's like, okay, yeah, this fun. I'm playing with the big girls basically. But like now it's like I'm trying to get on varsity. And so I'm actually working my way up. And so I feel like it's different, especially it's girls in my grade been on freshman year. Well, in my grade, since freshman year, already playing on varsity. And so when I look at that, I was like, dang, that used to be me. But like now I'm the one sitting up here trying to work to where they at. So I feel like high school and then elementary is different. Well, now it is, especially coming from a school with like not the well-known schools, or going from like a not well-known school to a well-known one.
Go ahead, Jada. You had something?
I was just gonna say, like in Jody's circumstance, Michaela's circumstance, like we came from a small grammar school, like
right.
We didn't have that many people to be like, oh, we got a whole big 8th grade team. Like it was, so if we needed players, yeah, we're gonna pull up. But high school is a completely different thing. Like when I hooped freshman year, like my freshman and sophomore year, like I never sat down like at all. They would pull me up varsity, and I would sit on like I'll be like there. When they win and go in 40 seconds type of person on varsity my freshman and sophomore year. But like once I got to varsity, I didn't play as much at all. And I had different coaches too. So it was like, what can I do?
Hey, so that's a good thing that Jody just brought up. All right. My next question is, should a player's parent be able to coach them, especially at a high school? Because what she's alluding to, what Joidann is alluding to, not that saying it was her coach had a daughter on the team. One of the girls, her father was already a coach there. So should a parents be able to be there? Because obviously there will be some bias in there. So should parents be able to coach a high school or college team? Who got some strong views on this one? Does everybody shake their head?
I do. At film, that happens all the time.
For sure.
Power. Like the girls, boys, all of it. I've been seeing little garbage kid, he playing over like all the other better black players, but since his father on the team and he the shooting coach, he's starting and stuff, and it's crazy. Like, no, I don't think parents should be able to coach, especially at the high school level, because you're taking away from other players by being biased, starting your son, your daughter, and she's not even the best player on the team.
Go ahead, Kayla.
I go to Oak Park Forest right now.
OPRF.
So I went there my sophomore year. I'm not gonna say no names, but they had like a little summer camp or whatever. I talked to the coach during the summertime. He told me I didn't have to go. So I went to the summer camp, and the kids they teach parents like they donate money or whatever, or they parents teach them, or the coaches know them. They have a dentist together. So when I went there and I tried out for the team, you could already see he had his group of people who he wanted to put on the team. He already had his team made. They wanted to have tryouts just to put up a front. So when I got there, he was like, yeah, we're a good school. Yeah, we won the game, stuff like that. Okay, fine. I got there. He was like, yeah, you're going to have to share a jersey. Okay, that's fine. And then I got there, I'm sharing a jersey. The game's happening. And the people he putting in, I'm not going to say they garbage, but they was garbage. They was winning 3 games. I think they need to reevaluate how they put their players in.
I feel like it goes both ways because I know if my dad was coaching me, then if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to be sitting right next to him. It can go 2 ways, really.
But okay, do you think that was some even though it was like that, his teaching was either it was going to be harder for you or it was going to be softer for you.
Harder.
So you're always going to find a way to like make sure you get the best teaching possible.
Yeah. He's going to take it like more on me than everybody else. It's going to be way harder.
Dude, with me, my dad coached me damn all my life. He didn't care who I was. I'm just another kid once I step on the court. Yeah. It don't matter if I'm his son or not. I'm another kid. He going to push me the same way he pushed everybody else. He going to coach me the same way everybody else. If I suck, I'm right in the pond.
Straight up.
Okay, so with that being said, do you think the pressure of being the best is a bad thing?
Being the best? Nah, it's not a bad thing. If you want to be the best, you accept the pressure and you take it on and work through it. If you don't want to be the best, you sit back and be like, oh, you could be the best. I'm not really tripping. I just want to be out here, have fun.
Okay, but when do you say like, okay, it's too much?
As a mindset, my mindset is it's never too much. Nothing in life's ever going to be too much. You're always going to work through it. And you're going to fall sometimes, but you got to pick yourself back up and keep pushing.
Hey, so I think that's cute. I think that's cute what you said. I think that's real cute. Like, yeah, my mindset. But after, everybody except, Miss Richards, I've coached everybody. And I've seen everybody have a moment of mental breakdown. So
I have my share.
So that's the question.
But that was with my coach though, and I was going to make that fault, and I was going to make myself put myself in better position and make myself better.
So hey y'all, for those who don't know Joidann is never wrong. He is never ever wrong. He is never ever wrong. But I get you. I get you with the hey, if it's for you, it's for you. But even though you may think at that particular time you could handle it, your reflexes in your body showed that maturity-wise, you couldn't handle it. Whether it was Jaida, I helped my first stint, she was she trying to fight every day, you know what I mean? Or whether it was Kyle just talking to himself because he's like, it's so much going on, you know what I mean? I can't, figure it out. Or, Luke just like, don't talk to me. Talk to me. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Or Joidann, she would just stare at me like this. Like, so that like your reflex in your body is telling you that I can't deal with this pressure. So there is a problem where we as coaches, we push the line a little too far because everybody can't deal with that. So that is the true thing where pressure could be too much.
I feel
got to be in moderation.
I feel like it depends on your coach too, though. Because I feel like some coaches, my experience,
she was weak.
Some coaches, who was weak, me or the coach?
Your coach was terrible.
Yeah, I just feel like it go about like to the first question, like just knowing your players in general. Like I feel like it should be more than just what's the word? Every time they mess up, it's like, all right, I got to sit you down. Like they don't let you play it out or work through it. And that was my experience. And after that, like I didn't want to play anymore. Like I was like, fuck it, don't put me in. I don't want to play. Like I just didn't care anymore. And then AAU started and I played for you. It was a whole different vibe for me. I want to come to every game, every practice, like I'm ready to hoop. But in high school, I was like, no, like I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, okay. So that's a good way. That's a good way how you put it. Most of you guys play AAU, travel ball, whatever. Would you rather skip out on high school and play AAU, or miss AAU and play high school?
AAU, play AAU. Get the name out there more. I feel like
For sure.
Yeah. AAU.
AAU. I feel like AAU brings the show all to high school, brings all that fame, whatever you got, all your notice goes right to your high school.
Go ahead, Cal.
I think AAU is like more competitive. Like there's better players on the other team, and so like it makes you a better person like in the long run because you're playing better competition. Whereas high school, like sometimes we play like some sorry ass kids. You know what I mean? I think AAU just like it's just overall more competition and like higher level.
Okay. Laritza, do you play AAU?
Yeah,
Is AAU the same for you, or is it different? Because
different.
I've coached girls basketball for a good chunk, and I feel like AAU for girls is slightly the same as high school.
I wouldn't say. I'll say that AAU is. I feel like it's better from a better system because with high school, you know, you playing locally. When you're doing AAU, you're traveling around the world. You're not just staying in one place. You're playing people from all across the world. And I feel like for me, like when I look at schools and stuff, I look like towards the South. And when I go down south or when I'm playing a game and I see them big girls, they look a lot different from where I'm from. So I feel like it's very different if I'm doing AAU versus school. School, I know the next kid from the next school anyway. I already know their game. I don't know that person from Texas. I don't know that person from South Carolina. I don't know none of them. But it's a better experience. And I feel like that you will have to build a lot more chemistry in AAU than school because you're traveling with these girls and you're doing so much more than you are in school.
Okay. Hey, yo, B Price, did you play AAU in high school?
Dude, last time I played AAU was like 8th grade, honestly. So.
Okay, cool. So that's perfect. That's perfect. This is a perfect question for you. Seeing those kids go to AAU and come back to high school, because I hear a lot of AAU fuck up the high school game. Did they fuck up the high school game for you? Because they came back more loose and like they want to get out and run. They like the structure, the AAU structure is a super big difference from high school structure.
Yeah.
Did that like hurt your game knowing they came back with different tricks and they like, nah, we zip, 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 zip. We going up and down. Did that hurt you?
I mean, it definitely changes your play style. Like you got to play a little faster, a little more competitive. Like these guys are coming from playing all kinds of people, like Laritza said, around the world. You're playing all kinds of competition. So, I mean, it does make you better as a player, but yeah, it definitely makes the game a little bit harder.
I would say it definitely made me reevaluate my game because I go to a school where my team that's their AAU, and then me coming in from an outsider, I'm talking about from freshman to senior, like they all grew up together, they already got their own set style, and then when I'm the new thing bringing it to the mix, and so when we we scrimmage and run up and down, whatever, and then they got their own thing going on, and I'm supposed to be on the team too, so it's like I don't know, I kind of felt stuck. At the same time, I feel like at a disadvantage because like they kind of already got something going on, and then like that I know nothing about, that even if they want to help me learn it, and so it's just I don't know. I would say that at Fenwick, that AAU, it definitely messed up the high school game. Even the teams we go against, they play with the team that the players that go to our school because of AAU, and so they already know how they play. And then especially coming in as somebody new, it's like I don't know, but it definitely made me like reevaluate how I played.
I think the next question I want to get into is a little more deeper. When did you know that little small bubble you was in is super small, and then you saw other players and you knew you wasn't that good anymore? Or did anybody get to that point where they're like, damn, my game ain't as nice as I thought it was? Because shit, like there's big sharks out there that's hooping. I remember I'm gonna pick on Bryce. We had him, and it was like, oh, this is a kid. You like, y'all know if you right-handed and you see a kid who got left hand, that's like, oh my God, he gonna be nice. And he had left hand floater, right hand floater, and then he went to this big powerhouse of a school of megalodons, and then it hit him. I got another kid too, Ryan. I love Ryan. He went to another big school, and like Jaida said, our pool was so small, and then once he got taken out that pool and got dropped in the ocean, it was like, oh shit, like I'm just a goldfish out here with these sharks. When did you guys realize that? I know, Bryce, for you, it was as soon as you walked in the Fenway, because you got banners, you got Corey McGetty, stuff up. They got state champ, they got the whole nine. So how did
that was like my first year came in. That's when, like, Mike Smith, he plays for Michigan now.
Yeah.
He was going crazy.
50 balls.
Giving Simeon work, going back and forth with Zach Neville. I was like, it was crazy. Like, it was so many different, like, bigger, better players. Like, them kids, like, huge. And then I'm thinking guards supposed to be like my size. They got 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2" guards and stuff like that. So it was really different. It was like very eye-opening. Like, you got to just work harder.
Okay. And then Cal, you on a big circuit as far as AAU, Modesto's small as far as basketball in my mind. I don't know how y'all view about it, but it's small in my mind as far as like the talent level. And then for you to be dropped into, like, because you travel every other week on Snapchat, how is that for you, knowing that you're not the best player on the floor tonight?
It was like hard, and I just couldn't like take it in, because when I was like 8th grade, 9th grade, I was traveling to like Georgia, Vegas, like Texas, and I see all these big time players and stuff, and I'm like it like shocked me, and it kind of gave me like a kick on my ass, because I'm like, damn, I'm really not shit compared to these like 6'5" guards and all these people from like Texas and stuff like that. So yeah, it just like, it was shocking to see that like I'm not even really anything compared to all these big time and other people from different states and stuff like that.
So it's humbling.
Yeah, humbled for sure.
Hey, I got a funny one, Jay. This one's funny. It's not about you though. It's not about you though. So our last year team, we was really good. We was really, really good. We was fucking people up. And we went. I think we went on a win streak of what? How many games?
Like 13 or 15, something. It was up there.
We slapping folks. We pop. And I remember I told him like early on in the season, and Brandon, he quoted it back to me. And I was like, bro, I can't wait till y'all lose. Because we all like, we unstoppable. We're the unstoppable Bulls. And we lost. I forget who we lost to. And we went on we were struggling for a little bit, but we got our bearings back. But then we got took out of our bubble, and we played the number 1 team in the nation, or was it number 3? What number was that?
I think it was like 7 or 11.
I think it was 11.
Number 10, but they was number 1 in California.
Yeah.
So we played the number 1 team in California, top 10 team in the nation. And it was like, okay, we in the shark infested pool area. That was a humbling experience for all of us, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that was the first time we've ever, like, for me too, I was like, damn, like I've seen NBA players, but I ain't seen a starting 5 that was like D1 players before.
That blew us out like that.
And they manhandled us. Luke was really mad at me because of my defensive approach, and I'm really sorry about that.
I was mad too, bro.
He was mad too. I got ripped. So how was that, Julian? How was that going into that space where, and Modesto, you the big shark, but once we come out of our bubble, we're not the big shark anymore.
I knew coming into there was a big shark, but I wasn't going to back down that big. I was going to go out there and try to hold my own.
Luke, you had something?
I knew what was gonna go on because we played dry ball since like 3rd, 2nd grade. We played every type of people, Bay Area. I was like, I already know going in this was gonna happen, but we just gotta do our best. We was winning too, so our heads we was like, oh yeah, we finna come in here and do something. But then once we got there, it was,
when we start winning.
like, no, not start winning. I'm talking about like in the playoffs, like we was winning the leading up to the game. We was like, yeah. And then when we got to that game, that big game,
we had a lead not one time in that game.
Yeah. I was talking about that game. I was talking about leading up to it.
Hey, our last question before I hop off. I just want to get everybody. What was the your all career high in points? Everybody give me their career high in points.
35.
35?
Yeah.
You talking high school?
High school, yeah.
Just high school?
Yeah.
I mean, you give me whatever you want to give me. Give me
Varsity high school. Varsity high school.
I don't remember, nigga.
Well, you remember your high. Stop playing.
I don't.
I can go on Max Preps and find his high.
What was your high? What was your high?
I think my high was 26.
Jody, what was your high?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like 21.
How y'all not know your high off the gate?
They know how they being humble.
Because I know my high for travel ball.
So what was your high in travel ball?
I had 37.
Okay. Laritza.
I don't remember. I played with all boys. So I was just working on trying to play with big boys.
What about high school with the girls? Like, what's your high?
Probably 12.
Okay. Kyle.
I think 26, something like that.
B Price.
I want to say like 17.
Bryce. Ice.
Oh, my bad.
You good. No, you good. You got it. Bryce, what was yours?
I think like 20.
Kayla.
Freshman year, so I stopped playing. Probably like 20 at that old school. Since we played Duke team.
Okay. Jada, what was yours?
I don't know. Make up a number.
It's high like that, cuz. It's like a 40 ball. Hey, that's when you know you got game. You like, shit, I don't even know, man. It's
no,
it's up there high somewhat. It's up there high.
I don't know. I do.
Hey, y'all got buckets. People talking about 37, 35. I was there for the 35 game when I looked.
You was there for the 35, the 31, and the 30, I think.
Hey, 35 was that Turlock, huh?
Yeah, then I had 31 on Bullard, and then I had 29 on what's that light skin dude we played in MC? We played him twice.
Liberty.
There
you go.
He was busting y'all ass too, but I ain't gonna get into all that though. He had like 45.
That's jumper.
He was wet. Hey, Bryce, he was wet. He doing pro moves out there.
Hey,